Hello wonderful people. In this video, I'm interested in showing you how to answer geometric progression questions from the Examination Council of Zambia past paper. Meaning, if you are able to solve this question in this paper, I don't see where you can fail to solve any geometrical kind of a question. So let's begin with the question, reading the question. So as you can see, this is a grade 12 examination question paper. Okay, it was written on 15th November 2021. Okay, by internal students. Now, question number 3. Question number 3 is what geometric progression looks like. So, question: the second and fifth term of geometric progression are 16 and 2 respectively. Find number 1, the common ratio and first term, 3 marks. Number 2, the 12th term. Number 3, the sum of the first term. So this is what we are interested in today. Let's begin. Okay, let's begin. So we shall start with finding the what? The common ratio. Let's start by finding the common ratio. Okay, so how do we find the common ratio in this scenario? So I'll demonstrate in this manner. We have been given the second term. So we have been given the second term to be what? 16. And we have been told the fifth term is equal to what? 2. Now we need to find the common ratio. So the question is to find the common ratio. That is the question. So how do we find the common ratio? In this scenario, we can only find the common ratio by using the following concepts. Number 1, use the formula Tn is equal to Arn minus 1. So in this scenario, we are going to find the equation for this term and the equation for this term and solve them simultaneously to find the common ratio. Hence, to find the first term will be straightforward. So let's begin. What is my second term? 16. So I'll replace with 16 is equal to first term R. I'm trying to find the second term, so 2 minus 1. So we are going to say 16 is equal to AR. 2 minus 1 is 1, so we just leave it like that. And this makes it the first equation. Okay, we have found the first equation. We move on to find the second equation by using the same concept. Now in this scenario, we are finding term 5 is equal to first term we don't know, common ratio we don't know, but we know that we are finding term 5. So we are going to say, what is term 5 is 2. We replace there. 2 is equal to A1 we don't know, R we don't know, 5 we have 4. Hence this now is our second equation. You have two equations, this one and this one. So now in these two equations, we are going to use them to find the value of R simultaneously. So how are we going to do it? We are going to say, okay, so we are going to say, we get the first equation. Let's get the first equation and the second. 16 is equal to A1R, and we also get the second. 2 is equal to A to power 4. So to solve them simultaneously, there are different methods you can use. But in this kind of a method we are going to use, it's going to be simple. Let's look at it. Look at the one which is not complicated. The first one is not complicated because R is not raised to power 2, is not raised to power 4. So let's get one and solve it. Equation 1. We are going to say 16 is equal to A1R. Now let us make R the subject, or A1 the subject of a formula, because we want to find A. So we're going to say divide both sides by R, even this side by R, so that this and this R can divide each other and you have 1 and they cancel. So we have A1 is equal to 16 over R. So once you have this concept here, my dear friends, the next thing you need to do is to get this one and replace it in any of these equations here. Okay, replace it in any of these equations, not in any, but the second one. Where there is A, put the whole of this solution which is here. That's this part. and find the value of r. So we are going to get the first equation, which is the second equation, which is 2 is equal to a1 r to power 4. And then we said 2 is equal to, what is my a? I know what my a is. My a is this one. So I replace with 16 over r multiplied by r to power 4. Okay. So now in this scenario, we need to multiply this. So we are simply going to say this r and 1 r here cancels. We have 3 there. So we have 2 is equal to 16 times r to power 3, 16 r to power 3. So how do I get rid of 16 here in this scenario? Okay, how do I get rid of 16? I have to divide both sides by 16, even this side by 16, so that this 16 can divide and we have 16 there. So we have 2 into 16 is 1, 2 into 2 is 1, 2 into 16 is 8. So we have our r to power 3 is equal to 1 over 8. Now, how do I get rid of the power 3? I have to introduce the cube root on both sides. Cube root. Okay. So that this and this cube root will go. Then for my r is equal to 1 to the power 3 is 1. 8 cube. What is the cube root of 8? Meaning which number can I multiply 3 times? 3 times to get 2 is what? Is 2. To get 8 is 2. So this now becomes my common ratio. Therefore, my common ratio is going to be 1 over 2. That is how you find the common ratio. Okay. Once you have found the common ratio, the next stage now, it will be to find the first term. Okay, we are still doing of 1. I'll call this of 1a and 1b. Finding the first term. Okay. So how do I find the first term? Now that I know my common ratio, first term is very easy to find. All you need to do is to simply get one of these equations. Where there is r, you replace with what you have found. Then find a. So we are going to say 16 is equal to a1. And what is my r? My r I know is 1 over 2. Okay, 1 over 2. Then now I simplify this. So we are going to say a multiplied by 1, we have 16 is equal to a1 over 2. Now, how do I make a the subject of formula? I need to cross multiply. Okay, I divide this by 1. So I multiply 1 times a1, it will be a1 is equal to 6 times this is 32. So my first term is equal to 32. You are done. So the only thing that had a pressure on is how now to find the common ratio. Once you find the common ratio, the rest of the thing is very easy, my friend. You can see that is how you find the common. That is how you are going to find the first term. So let's progress to the next part. What is the next part of this question? The next part is asking us to find the what? Let us find the 12th term. So we are finding the 12th term. So how do I get to find the 12th term? So we are going to say this is question number 2. Question number 2 is to find the 12th term. So 12th term, we can find it by using the formula Tn is equal to A1 Rn minus 1. That is the formula we use. So we are going to say next, we are going to say what is the term I'm trying to find? T12 is equal to, what is my first term? I know it's 32. Okay. Common ratio, I know my common ratio is 1 over 2. And then we have 12 minus 1. So that is how you work it out. We are working out on how to find now here. So we are going to simply say next. The next stage, of course, the next stage will be T12 is equal to 32. We just leave it the way it is. Open brackets, 1 over 2. 12 minus 1 is 11. Okay, 11. Therefore, we are going to say equal to 32. We deal with the brackets first. We have 1 to the power 11 is 1. 2 to the power 11, what is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2? 10 times. 11 times. What do we have? We have 2048. Okay, you have to use your calculator. Okay, you need to have your calculator. This is paper 2. So you're just going to say, what is 2 to the power 11? Okay, you have 2048. 2048. Okay, So once you have that part, then now you can multiply or divide 32 into 2048. Say divide by 32. You have 64. So you have 1 over 64. 1 over 64. Okay. Okay, let me just 1 over 60. I'm writing 16. 1 over 64. So that is what you have. Therefore now, because you have a calculator and this is paper 2, all you need to do next is just to simply divide this and write it in a decimal, in 3 significant figures in decimal places. So we're going to say 1 divided by 64, my 12th term is 0.015. Okay, and you are done. Or you can say 0.16. In this way, you will be done, like 0.16. Okay. We have 0.16 and you are good to go. But if you want, you can write everything there. You can simply say 0.015625. But because they are simply talking of writing it into 3 significant figures, the 12th term will be 0.0156. And you are done like that, without pressure. Okay, so that is how we find the 12th term. So now to come and find the sum, it's very easy as well. So how do you find the sum now? So let us see how we find the sum. How do we find the sum? So in order for you to find the sum, you need to know the formulas. There are 2 formulas. Now, is the common ratio greater than 1 or less than 1? The common ratio is greater than 1, is less than 1. So we are going to use the formula sum is equal to first term 1 minus first term 1 minus n, okay, meaning 1 minus r, I mean, okay, the common ratio, we know the common ratio, all of us, I hope we do, okay, over 1 minus r. Okay, so once you have that written now, the only thing you need to do next is to answer the question that will follow. Okay, so the next thing now is to say sum of the 10th term. So sum of the 10th term is equal to, what is my first term? We found to be 32. Okay, 1 minus, what is my ratio? 1 over 2 and to the raised to power 10. Okay, so in this scenario, I introduce the square brackets over 1 minus 1 over 2. Okay, so now we have this scenario. Now we want to find the sum of the first of the 10th term. So we are going to come and say 32, we leave it the way it is. Okay, open brackets, 1 minus this, we are going to multiply now. 1 times 1 to the power 10 is 1 over 2 to the power 10. Use your calculator. Okay, no wonder these big numbers they are there, so for you to use a calculator, times 10, we have 1024. Okay, divide by, what is 1 minus 1 over 2? This is same as 1 over 2. Okay, when you simplify it, you are going to find 1 over 2. So we are going to say, therefore, 32 multiplied by 1 minus 1 over 1024. This is same as what? Okay, you are going to find the same as, let me just show you how we do it. We are going to say 1 minus 1 over 24, or 1024, okay, over 1 over 2. That's how it will be. Do it separately here. You are going to say 1 minus 1 over 1024, 1 over that, common denominator, 1024. 1 into this is 1024, minus 1, we have 1023 over 1024. So this is the top part. So we are just going to say now 32, okay, 32 multiplied by 1023 over 1024 over 1 over 2. Now this into there, you can easily divide. 1024, we have divided by 32, we have 32. So meaning that here we have 32, so we are just going to write it in this manner. 1023 divided by 32. Now reciprocal of this one times 2. Okay, times 2 over 1 if you want. We have just reciprocated this part. So we multiply this times this. We have, you can simply say 10 into 2 times 10, 32, 10, 23. 10, 23 times 2, you have 20, 46 divided by 32. Divide by 32. And then you have your final answer, which is 63.9. Okay. So the 10th term of the arithmetic progression of the geometric progression is 63.9. That is the 10th term. So that is how you work out this simple question, my dear friends. Okay, so that is how you work out this simple question. We have found the first term. Okay, we have found the common ratio to be 1 over 2 by using this method. Okay, all you need to do is to make sure that you find the two equations and solve them simultaneously. Once you solve them simultaneously, then find the first term. Once you have found the first term, therefore now it means that the 12th term will be easy to find. Once you have found the 12th term, make sure that now you find the sum by using this formula. So once you use this formula, my dear friends, and you have a calculator, there is no way you can't get 7 marks. There's no way. You just have to get 7 marks. So this is how you work out this kind of a question in your examination. Hopefully I've made sense out of this work, and I believe next time you see a question like this, you will not fail to answer it. For now, we end just here. God bless and see you in the next lesson video. Please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do subscribe so that each and every time I post a video like this one, you will not miss, but you will be alerted and you will know what is happening. So that is my advice to everyone who has not subscribed to my YouTube channel. Do subscribe so that you may enjoy the lessons that I do post. Thank you for listening and for watching and for liking and subscribing. Bye-bye.